Welcome and good day. I'm your host, Richard Faust, Community Services General Manager for the City of Cottonwood. And today with me for Inside Cottonwood is both Ryan Bigelow. He's our Recreation Center Services Supervisor, and also Trevor Faust, who's our Fitness Floor Supervisor at the Cottonwood Recreation Center, City of Cottonwood. I'd like to welcome you both as we are going to be sitting here talking about health and wellness and looking good Cottonwood and what exactly I guess you would say the acronym of LGC comes out as looking good Cottonwood, and what is that all about? I know each year we always hear the same thing. What is looking good Cottonwood? What is it? What exactly do you guys do, and how do you function with that program? What's it going to do to benefit me? But I'm here today, and if I cough a little bit, you'll have to excuse me. I've got a cold over the holidays, but I've also gained some weight over the holidays, and I didn't really plan on that, but it was just a lot of the good extra pumpkin pie and apple pie and cherry pie and just about any pie there was. I ate it. So here I am, and this is going to be my first year. I'm going to be probably joining up here with Looking Good Cottonwood. So we're going to also fall back a little bit on Ryan Bigelow. Ryan is actually Trevor's supervisor, but Ryan also, you actually did Looking Good Cottonwood last year. So we're going to go in a little bit of that, talk with you about that, what you enjoyed about it, what you felt about the program, and maybe hopefully take away some of the fears people have about how to lose pounds that they've gained, or the pounds that they've actually carried with them for some time, and what they can maybe do in order to help out and learn a little bit more from you guys' expertise, as well as the nice thing about it, we have along with us in this whole venture with Looking Good Cottonwood is Verde Valley Medical Center in Northern Arizona healthcare system, which is really a nice thing because they are incredible at what they do and how they help us and assist us every single year. Ryan, just to go over a little bit, both you and Trevor, Ryan, you actually you oversee all of the recreation center planning, all of the directing basically of the recreation center, and coordinating also the Brian Mickelson Marathon, the run race programming, the Cottonwood adult softball and adult volleyball programs, which I think the volleyball programs are ongoing right now. Correct me if I'm wrong.
We're going to be entering registration here very soon.
Very soon.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Youth Basketball League. You oversee all the basketball league programming, and those programs are actually ongoing right now as well.
Absolutely.
And you also work as a liaison capacity for the City of Cottonwood as it pertains to the Verde Valley Little League and the Cottonwood Tennis Center programs.
Sure.
And is there anything I'm missing there?
No. You basically covered it all. It's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, right? I think you wear an awful lot of hats, like a lot of us do in the City of Cottonwood. But it's a lot to do, but we do enjoy it, and it's all part of our program. Trevor, you work as the Fitness Floor Supervisor, and you oversee a lot of the cardio weight room program facilities, the aerobics, spin cycling activities, all of the program activities involving health and wellness at the Recreation Center and the center wall facility. Anything I'm missing there as we go through?
Pretty much covered it.
So the same thing, plus Looking Good Cottonwood.
Yeah.
And Looking Good Cottonwood takes an awful lot of your program skills and what you actually do and you maintain. It's January, so we're looking at resolution time, and those resolutions that we all come up with, and we set goals, and that's one of the things that the holidays are known for. Is after the holidays we look at a new year. We look at that new year as we look at the goals that we need to establish, and my midsection needs a few goals, and so we're going to try to watch a little bit more of what we eat, what I try to eat, and to stay on course for what we look at, the race of life to have healthy lifestyle overall. And as we look at the Cottonwood Recreation Center and what it was built for, we also look at the activities that we focus on and health and wellness, and that's one of the main reasons why the City Council approximately 7 years ago decided to move forward with a recreation center in Cottonwood, was to benefit all of the Verde Valley as well as Cottonwood proper and the people throughout, to give a better understanding and an idea as to how we move through life, and whether we do it with the life skills that we have, or maybe we can gain value as we start working in a cardio program to increase our heart awareness and our heart health and things of that nature. Our mission statement, kind of, if you will, at the Cottonwood Recreation Center is one of the sayings. It's not just making it a workout, but making it a lifestyle. And so that's one of the reasons why we're here talking about Looking Good Cottonwood today. So I'd like to start this off as we talk about questions to Trevor. And Looking Good Cottonwood, the Verde Valley Medical Center in Northern Arizona Healthcare are taking a leading role in putting on Looking Good Cottonwood. Mm-hmm. And we'd like to first address this with them. Can you tell us what they do, Trevor?
Well, essentially, Northern Arizona Healthcare and Verde Valley Medical Center, they put on the seed money for Looking Good Cottonwood, and without their support, we couldn't do what we do. And so they're a vital role in the program's success. So we just thank them for their partnership for the last few years. We've been doing this for quite some time now, and it's amazing that they have such a great support for health and fitness, because it shows how much they care about the community.
All right. So I think that as we bring up the beginning segment here, and we look at, we're looking at final days of registration, correct, for Looking Good Cottonwood?
Yeah.
Actually, we're late registration in reality.
Yeah.
So please come in if you're looking at doing this. It'd be something for you to do now.
Yeah. Right now we still accept registrations. There's just a $5 late fee.
All right.
And we will weigh you in if you come in late. That's okay. We'll just you'll just start a little later than the rest of the people who weighed in yesterday and today.
So now we have we have both male categories, female categories, and team categories, correct?
Correct.
All right, so if you're a team and you want to get in on this program, how are you going to do that?
Well, first of all, you want to sign up at the Cottonwood Recreation Center. You can also go to cottonwoodaz.gov and register online too. Okay. But I believe the process is you fill out the registration form, and then there's a team form as well that comes along with that. So if you're interested in it, you need a team of 5 people, and all need to be registered and signed up. And then you're set. After your weigh-in, you're good to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after I filled out my signature page the other day and I gave it to you, I put it on your desk.
Right.
And so now there's going to be 4 of us, or how many are there in a team?
5 people need to be registered to make a group.
Right, and I just want to make sure that everybody understands we aren't in it for the money, because we can't be as a team group. But
right.
We're trying to just benefit our health.
Yeah.
And, I look at both of you guys and I go, why am I on your team? Because you guys are pretty fit, and same with Jack, because I know Jack's on our team.
All right.
And this is going to be for me, and it's going to be a big help for me. And of course, so we'll see how this goes after. How long does the program last?
The program is approximately 3 months long.
3 months.
Yeah.
All right. And so it's not 3 months of Marine Corps training. Because I think a lot of people feel they're going into boot camp.
Right.
And it's not one thing that we're doing here, because I would be dead. There's no way I'd make it through a boot camp. That's one thing. There's a lot of class instruction, and there's a lot of time that we provide for you involving nutrition, things of that nature, plus cardio, exercising, and things that are going to help you out as you try to achieve your goals, correct?
Correct.
All right. So we looked at the end. The program ends in April. So what can participants expect by following this program?
Well, first of all, you can expect to increase your energy levels. I think that's a big part of people's lives. Is we always are looking to improve our quality of life, and the best way to do that is through exercise and healthy nutritional habits. So, and that's what Looking Good Cottonwood really dives into is increasing your relationship with nutrition and exercise, and how do we fit these things into your life. And because we're all really busy. So it's can be hectic to try to worry about your health. So Looking Good Cottonwood is there to just help be that motivational factor behind you and keep you pushing forward.
Okay, good. Well, doggone, every time you turn around and, it's like, yeah, we are busy. We're busy people. And one of the busy things that we do is we stop in to eat at the local food establishments. And there's a lot of those out there here in Cottonwood in the Verde Valley. And so try to understand that that's one of the things we're indicating for you to eat healthy. And we'll talk about that here in the second segment as we do that. We're going to go ahead and take a break right now and join us for kind of the second segment and the third segment as we talk to Ryan also for him being this will be his second time as a participant, what to expect in Looking Good Cottonwood. So join us back here in just a moment, and thank you for joining us today for Looking Inside Cottonwood and Looking Good program. I'm Richard Faust, your host today. Thank you again.
Taking care of a family member can lead to plenty of questions. Fortunately, there's a place to get the answers, for them and for you. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
Welcome back for our second segment of Inside Cottonwood. I'm your host today, Richard Faust, Community Services General Manager for the City of Cottonwood. And with me today, Ryan Bigelow and also Trevor Faust, who are both supervisors over at the Recreation Center and for the City of Cottonwood and the Parks and Recreation Department. So as we talked about some of the things over break time and what we're going into Looking Good Cottonwood, Trevor, this is kind of the time period for you to give us a little bit better of an idea of, what are people going to expect once they sign up? What do they do next?
Well, we have so many things to offer in Looking Good Cottonwood. It's a really great collaborative effort on Verde Valley Medical Center and the Cottonwood Recreation Center staff to bring something great to the community. So people can expect to have health education presentations. They can expect to have nutritional guidelines. They can expect to have a cardiovascular program that's progressive in nature. They can expect a weight training program that utilizes free weights, functional training, and some machine-based training at the Cottonwood Rec Center. There's group exercise classes on Mondays and Fridays to kind of help promote teamwork and kind of get people surrounded by like-minded individuals who are struggling with the same aspects of losing body fat and getting healthy.
Right.
They can, it's pretty much a really all-inclusive program. It really covers all the bases.
It's kind of like it's really worth it because, when you explain that, you're getting a lot of vital things that a lot of people pay for big money.
Right.
Especially even looking at the hospital, because the hospital, as well as a lot of your doctor's offices, they try to teach you these things. They try to tell you these things. At least they should be. And I know that my doctor does a lot, which is really a good thing. But putting them into practice is a core mentality effort on your behalf, each individual effort. And so getting with like-minded people like you had indicated, going through the training programs, going through the educational material that we have, hopefully will give us a little bit better of an understanding, especially myself and those like me that are getting older to where, and we've gained weight, to find satisfaction in life, to be able to get more energy,
right.
and to be with those like-minded individuals. I think that's a good thing. Tell us, what is the LGC blueprint then?
So the LGC blueprint is basically all the knowledge that I have acquired over the last couple of years in my profession in a book, and that's part of the program. People receive, I believe it's 42 pages worth of material, kind of describing what Looking Good Cottonwood is about. It goes into behaviors, and also it dives right into explaining the body fat calipers and body fat measurements, and lean body mass and basal metabolic rates. I mean, it really just kind of goes into the science behind losing body fat. And so that's essentially what the blueprint is. It's a guide to help people get the questions they're seeking.
So you have a nutritionist background to some extent, actually pretty good extent as far as I'm concerned. Tell us, what did you do, or what is exactly, your title behind your name?
Oh, so I am certified through Precision Nutrition. I went through their level 1 coaching program, and essentially it's a sports nutrition program where they teach elite coaches how to coach athletes. And so I bring that perspective into Looking Good Cottonwood program, because athletes are really focusing on increasing their peak performance, and they do that through training and nutrition. And so why shouldn't we as average Joes and Janes take advantage of that information? Because we should be looking at trying to operate at that peak performance as well, because those fundamental characteristics in their training coincide with what you're doing day to day. It should be, at least.
Right.
And that's the whole goal behind LGC, is to push that mentality. Just because they're athletes doesn't mean they're different than we are,
Right. We're just gaining that same knowledge. So,
right.
And so thank you for that. So what are the, let's get into a little bit of the importance of nutrition here. Is, what are the importance of proteins, carbs, and fats in our diet?
Yeah, so it's macronutrients, they're huge, and it's what supplies our body with nutrients. Phytonutrients and phytochemicals and everything down to the cellular level. It really helps your cells operate efficiently. So it's a vital importance to your body and how it performs.
And I know that what you guys have in front of you right now, hydration is extremely important. And so,
Right.
Explain how hydration affects that.
Well, that's like I was saying, down to the cellular level, your cells, if they're not hydrated, they're not operating at their performance level. So then you're going to feel fatigued. You're going to be tired. Water helps with digestion, and so maybe you're not getting the nutrients you need because you're not drinking enough water. I mean, there's so many things that water really does. It helps balance your pH levels. There's so many things that water can help you with. So if your body isn't sufficiently hydrated, you're not going to have the best results in your endeavors for fat loss, because a body that's efficient is a body primed for fat loss.
Okay.
So.
Well, it's good to know then. So hydration and hydrating, really helps with health and fat loss. Now, if there's everybody talks about the best diet and for fat loss, and is there such a diet?
That's a great question. I think really the best diet is the diet that works best for you, the diet that you can sustain, something sustainable. That's what we look at. Obviously there are optimal ways to improve your body composition and improve health, but if they don't work for you because of your lifestyle and whatnot, you have to find something that works for you so it's sustainable for the long term. So the success is long term.
I got it. So how does one adhere to a healthy eating diet or habit?
So first, you need to reflect on your schedule and reflect on yourself and what is priority to you in your life.
And you know, I think that when we talk about what to eat to fight the bulge, you know, the belly fat,
right.
which, you know, the Dunlap disease or whatever everybody discusses here or there, what is that? And
well, I think the North American diet is really high in refined carbohydrates. So, but there are specific foods. So really, we should refrain from those refined carbohydrate sources. Anything that's packaged or anything like that is probably a no-go.
Yes.
When you're trying to improve your health and body composition, so improving lean body mass and losing fat mass.
All right.
But some of the best foods to eat are increasing your protein levels. Right off the bat is a great tool. Increasing the amount of healthy fats you're getting, like avocados, nuts, seeds, anything like that. And then complex sources for carbohydrates include brown rice, grains, and including brown rice, and then sweet potatoes, things that have a wide range of nutrients. You know, whenever you hear a nutritionist or a dietitian talk, they talk about nutrient density. So we're looking at foods that are very, very high in their nutrient profiles so that we're feeding our body on the cellular level. And that's going to help promote an environment that's conducive for fat loss.
That's great.
And health.
Yeah, that's great information, and that'll be one of the things we're going to go into more so,
Yeah.
you know, as we train individuals through Looking Good Cottonwood.
Exactly.
So we're going to be taking another break here and getting back with these two gentlemen, and especially Ryan here in the last segment. And so thanks for joining us for Inside Cottonwood. I'm your host, Richard Faust, Community Services General Manager for the City of Cottonwood.
Let me ask you a question. When you think of the American Legion, what comes to mind? Is it our assistance programs that help the spouses and children of our fallen soldiers keep food on the table?
I'm working to help the families of our fallen soldiers know that they are supported and taken care of. I am the American Legion.
For nearly 100 years, the American Legion has been our nation's leading advocate for veterans and their families.
I am the American Legion.
This is today's American Legion.
To learn more, visit legion.org.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Welcome back to Inside Cottonwood. I'm Richard Faust, your host today for Looking Good Cottonwood and Inside Cottonwood here. And it's good to be here also in the context of two very important people within the context of who I work with. And so Ryan Bigelow, we're going to pick on Ryan here because I'm going to be one of those people. I'm going to take the devil's advocate position. I'm afraid to actually sign up for this because it's going to cause a lot of heartache for me, and it's going to be one of those things where I really don't want to put myself out there because I'm too heavy, and so I just don't want. I'm kind of afraid, and so tell us about that because I know you've experienced the first year, you've gone through it, and let me know what's going to calm me down a bit about this program.
Well, I think the best part of this program is that we have somebody overseeing it who's extraordinarily knowledgeable and extraordinarily passionate. when you get the ability to have interaction, one-on-one individual action with that individual on a weekly basis, who can calm you down, who can kind of walk you through things, who can explain things, and who can be someone who can kind of relate too. Both Trevor and I have not been this body shape, for our entire lives, and I, at one point, I think I was at least 30 pounds heavier than I am right now, and that might not seem like a lot, but man, you look at those old pictures and you're like, wow, yeah, that there's a difference. So as far as calming someone down, that's what we talk about a lot, about even getting into the gym at the rec center. We want to be a place for everybody. You don't have to be an elite athlete. You don't have to be extraordinarily fit. You have different goals than we have, and somebody else has different goals than you have. So to be comfortable, give it a try.
Yeah, and I think what we were talking about during break time period, as well as what Trevor had mentioned before, when we take a look at what's unique about this program, and again, it's what works for you. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the main thing. Is so many people say, well, it's going to be something I have to fit my this square peg into a round hole. Well, that's not true. We're going to try to teach you things that you'll understand and know better, and hopefully apply those. And that'll be a great thing. Well,
absolutely. And one of the things I want to touch on here is this. Trevor's come up with a blueprint document that basically gives you the option to do what you can be, whatever you want it to be. Is what I'm trying to say. Is that it's 42 pages, so it can be as in depth and you can be as technical about it as you want, or you can take the bits and pieces that work for you and try to implement those into your daily habits, your daily diet, your daily exercise plans. So there literally is something for everybody in this.
So what were your plans last year in delving into this program, just kind of brand new, okay, I'm going to give this a shot? What were your ideas about this?
Well, first and foremost, being a supervisor, it's always nice to, to see internally, evaluate a program. What am I getting into? I think after I did it, Trevor and I have been able to have a lot of good conversations, mm-hmm. and hopefully I've been able to provide him a different perspective. As from a participant's point of view, here's what I was looking at, here's what I was seeing, mm-hmm. just to refine and constantly improve. Secondly, I have a hereditary cholesterol issue that I continue to deal with, and I know I will continue to deal with. So weight loss isn't necessarily my number one goal. Mm-hmm. It's health, wellness. I'm a father. I want to be able to, give my kids better eating habits. When they talk about seeing different colors on their plates, we want to see greens, we want to see yellows, we want to see different things besides just meat and potatoes. And those are the things that I'm looking for. And by doing it again this year, I'm just reinvigorating myself and my family, hopefully, for years to come.
So do you think this is one of the reasons why we have a lot of people coming back for the second year?
Absolutely. To be honest with you, Trevor's kind of completely flipped my stance on this entirely. Okay. At first, I thought if you were successful the first year, you wouldn't need to come back again. Trevor's flipped my train of thought to where even if you were successful, that's even more reason to come back again. Because now there's new material to look through. There's new people involved. There's always something new. If this isn't just a one-time shot, this isn't a one-time thing. This is absolutely a lifestyle change, and it doesn't hurt you to try to do it again next. And I'll try to do it again next year and the year after.
Well, I was going to ask you is, I think you just answered all those questions, because I was going to ask you, what are your personal goals for your personal fitness and wellness program? You've kind of ironed that out here.
Well, and one of the things that I found too was being involved and sitting in a room and talking to the people as we're weighing in. We're always comparing notes with each other. There's always this chatter and this real sense of community of, man, I really struggled with this week, or this went really well for me. So you're kind of comparing notes with your neighbors, essentially, and that brings that sense of community, that sense of belonging that I think we all kind of look for, and mm-hmm. that's one of the real benefits of this program.
Mm-hmm. It's a great opportunity for everybody then. So what do you like most about the program on a personal level that you would like to share with our audience today?
There's so many things, but I think more than anything, it's the accountability. It's knowing that I'm going to have to, and I don't have to, but I choose to go weigh in on Wednesdays. And so when I'm making choices over the weekend, or when we're doing our grocery shopping, in the back of my mind is always, well, we're gonna go see Trevor on Wednesday. And, you know, he's not a mean guy, but the scale always tells the truth.
Right.
It does not lie. And so when I go there, I can know, even if it's just on a couple of pounds one way or the other, my habits are very reflective of what happens on that scale. So it's the individual accountability. I love the fact that we're incorporating groups. So now there's accountability and there's office accountability. You know what I mean? You know, Richard, if it's not looking good for you, now you're bringing me down. So we have that. That's right. We have that interaction together. And,
exactly.
And it's fun. It gives us another topic to talk about. You know, it's going to be. I'm excited for it.
That's great. Trevor, one last thing here is on some of the, I guess, the educational aspects that's going to be put on by you know, various individuals. Who are those people, and can you give us a little bit of information about that?
Sure. This next Tuesday, that would be the 12th of January, Dr. Brad Williams is going to be talking, and he's going to be going over sports injuries and nutrition, behavior modification, and stuff like that. To just kind of, their presentations are there to help educate the participants and also give them another outlet from another medical professional in the industry. Right. You know, that's huge, because like it's just like what Ryan was saying. You know, you can take things that are working for you, and because there's really no one answer that works for everybody. We're all individuals. We all need different components to our lifestyle that make it a success. So we have Pam Ing DeBroda back. She's a dietitian from Verde Valley Medical Center. She'll be doing some work, and then a few new faces actually this year. So it's pretty exciting.
Great.
If you're interested, please stop by the Cottonwood Rec Center and check them out. The presentations are free for the community with Verde Valley Medical Center, so they encourage the community to come down and while you're at it, come take a look at the rec center. It's a great place to be, full of like-minded individuals who are focused on their health and improving their daily lives.
That's very true, and it's a good social atmosphere and a good place to be. So in that context of things, so we're going to go ahead and end this program today. We wanted to thank you and for being with us to learn more about life and how our lives affect you know, our families, and how we can better tune ourselves to live more responsibly. And I think that, like what Ryan had indicated, I want to be able to teach my children how to be responsible and eat responsibly, as well as to grow up in a nutritionist fashion and to understand that what they're eating for the betterment of their own lives. So thank you again for joining us for Inside Cottonwood. And if you're interested, come on down to the Recreation Center and find out about Looking Good Cottonwood. I'm your host today, Richard Faust, Community Services General Manager for the City of Cottonwood. Thank you again for joining us, and have a great day.